Brother,
it down the mountain.
tell the audience, both in Carolina Catholic Radio Land and Radio Maria Land, what you are starting, this program you are starting. Is it for all men, all Catholic men? For who's this for? Tell us the name of it and what you're doing.
This is for the greater glory of God.
I love it.
That's right.
All
Yeah.
right,
So
and what is it called?
it's called the Martyr's Walk.
And you created this, isn't it? You invented it.
I am God's tool.
Okay.
I'm just a stubborn, ignorant tool that's being used.
I don't know, brother.
For something here.
If you were stubborn, no. If you were stubborn, you'd be at Dunkin' Donuts right now eating a stack full of donuts.
Yeah,
but instead, you're doing God's work. Tell us about this program in a couple seconds.
Sure. The Martyr's Walk. It's a Catholic / Christian boot camp, if you will. A combination of Ignatian retreat versus Special Forces boot camp, kind of smack together. If you can get your head around that, we're going to push men to their extremes, physically, spiritually, mentally.
Yes.
Let them know that there's more in the tank. Let them know that that they've been holding back. Let them know that there's more out there, and God is calling them to more. So we're going to help facilitate that through a lot of grueling mental, physical, spiritual exercises. And
this came to you how? How did you kind of come up? Was it taken off of a page of Exodus 90 playbook, or you're familiar with
kind
that?
of a culmination? Yeah, I've done the Exodus 90. I've been
How many
there.
times?
Yeah, one time. I did that one time.
And that was plenty.
That was tough. It was tough.
But this is
it was spread out
tougher.
over 90 days. This is going to be 3 days of very, very intense. Intensity.
So in essence, it's going to be like fervent prayer where you're going to be physically still, and then literally the next minute you're going to be running up a mountaintop trying to touch God's hand reaching out to you.
Pretty much.
Up Mount Everest.
Everything will be done with intentionality so that each exercise is kind of coordinated with a spiritual exercise. I'm not going to give any details on what we do there because
you want to bring them in.
It's going to be a very, very, it's going to be a surprise for even the guys that come in to be trained for it. There could be things, and I'm just going to throw random out there, could be carrying your own 200-pound cross. I'm just saying it's very possible. So there's the physical side, there's the spiritual side, there will be some mental side. It came from the fact that I've been involved in men's ministries for years. Of course, the Catholic Men's Conference at the Carolinas, the Knights of Columbus, and I've been called. I feel like God has called me to dig my claws in a little bit deeper, or allow God to dig His claws a little bit deeper.
That's one way to put it.
Through my cooperation with this. So we're hoping that this is not just a one-time event, not just a 3-day event. A lot of guys, I think, they come to the men's conference or they show up to the Knights of Columbus meeting, they check it off their list, they go back to their comfortable, complacent lives. We're all guilty of that, I myself included. But the cure to that is brotherhood. It's shared traumatic experience, which the military incorporates to build up men and bring them together in a brotherhood. And so much of that, and it's all going to revolve around martyrdom. And so we're going to use the Roman martyrology. So many of the trials and many of the lessons for the day will be based upon the lives of the martyrs. They'll hear those each day. So there'll be rosary each day. There'll be time for brotherhood. There may be stations at the cross each day. So it's going to be the most difficult physical and spiritual and mental things that they've come to experience, and we hope to have them leave ready to take the next step and listen to God's calling to be the men, the fathers, the husbands that we are called to be.
God bless you, brother. You and I talked about this for the first time. I want to say the last time we chatted on the phone a little more than a week ago. Is there anything at this point, a website or a...
Absolutely.
There is. Okay, so and direct people to that so they can get an understanding of it.
Definitely find us, www.themartyrswalk.com. And they can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Martyrs Walk. I think you'll be very interested and have some good information
Absolutely.
there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good for you, brother.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to pray for this. In fact, I can't imagine not being a part of it at some point.
Oh, yeah. We'll get you out there, Doc.
I love
it.
I love
Absolutely.
it. All right,
Chris,
folks,
too. Hey,
yeah, there you go.
This is not strictly Catholic.
That's right. No.
It is going to be for men that are seeking that. It may not even be Christian. We're not going to try and convert anybody while they're there. Yeah. We're going to show them the truths of our Catholic faith and how they have formed men for millennia. And also the tools of the military and different exercises that have formed soldiers for hundreds of years.
So. That's right. Good for you. Folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Faith in Sport here on Carolina Catholic Radio, a co-production of Radio Maria, Faith in Sport, where we look at sport through a Catholic lens. Joining me in studio today is the great Jason Murphy.
Pick up that cross when you walk. Life ain't a walk in the park. If it is, make arrangements to change it. Be like Christ who was steel, but it's stainless. Realize that you got fear, but it's painless. Bow to the king of the manger, surrounded by angels. The world enslaves us. Christ done saved us. Strive for greatness. Regardless